How's it going, everyone? Want to talk a little bit about the PlayStation Store changing once again, sorting out shovelware. We'll talk all about that. Quite a bit of controversy in regards to shovelware recently. A variety of different opinions, but at least it looks like Sony is taking measures to promote games that aren't necessarily considered shovelware. We'll talk all about that because shovelware is a term that you could broadly apply, so we'll talk about that. Also, Sony is working with a new studio working on a brand new game. We'll talk about that. A PC title is headed to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, and D23 Expo 2022 Disney and Marvel Game Showcase is set for September. We'll talk that at the end of this video. Alright, first of all, there's a lot of games coming to the PlayStation Store. Not all of them are AAA premier titles, not all of them are interesting indie games, not all of them are games that are necessarily titles that have a lot of thought put behind them. However, there are a lot of games that are designed to exist to be games that players can play and get easy platinum trophies. I think there was literally a game called like Press X to get a platinum trophy or something like that, or Press X to get trophies. There's a lot of ridiculous copy-paste titles that are available on the PlayStation Store, and I don't even disagree with the fact that these games shouldn't exist. Like, who cares? People want platinum trophies, people want to pay for platinum trophies, you know, more power to you. However, when there's so many of these games being released, you're starting to clog up the PlayStation Store with these titles instead of these games that should be promoted more. You know, your games like a Sword and Fairy, that's a game that should be promoted heavily, and it does seem like that's been changed quite a bit. And not only has this been changed on the PlayStation Store like we had mentioned earlier, it's been now changed on the PlayStation Store's website as well. Push Square actually has a pretty good image detailing the before and after, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I didn't realize it got this bad on the PlayStation Store's website, but it just does seem like this has been brought to Sony's attention. I guess more and more people were pointing it out. I do wonder what the ultimate goal is. Like, do you put a ban on games like this existing, like the Pig Quiz, like Taco Fun? You know, is there any harm in games like this existing? I mean, I don't know, it's all about this platinum trophy thing. Like, a lot of people buy these games for these platinum trophies, and, you know, I haven't played Taco Fun, so maybe I should, you know, before I talk about Taco Fun and before I talk about the Pig Quiz, maybe I should talk about these games before, or maybe I should play these games before I give a legitimate opinion, because, or the Jumping Noodles, these are some wild game names, but, nonetheless, it has been altered, so the new version, you'll just see games that are very relevant. Cult of the Lamb, 2 Point Campus, Stray, Path of the Titans even, Arcade Paradise, Sword and Fairy Together Forever. Those are the games that are being promoted now. But let us know what you guys think, because I am curious whether or not this would be something like Steam has a lot of games being released. And I don't know if you want to get the PlayStation Store to a point where it's just like Steam, like, hey, it's open season, put whatever you want out there, with very few restrictions here and there. Obviously, you gotta have a couple of restrictions in place, but is there anything inherently harmful about having games where you can farm platinum trophies? I don't know. Is there anything inherently wrong with games that, might not be the biggest undertaking in the world? No, there's not really anything harmful about that, and if people want to play every single game on the market, but I am curious to hear what the prevailing opinion is. Alright, moving on from that, got a couple of other things to talk about. Sony Interactive Entertainment and Ballistic Moon working on new game according to motion capture actor resume. According to Ballistic Moon's LinkedIn page, it is currently developing a new game with a world-leading publisher, and while the studio itself has yet to reveal who that publisher is, the motion capture actor's resume lists the company as Ballistic Moon and Sony Interactive Entertainment. So it does seem like Sony is working with Ballistic Moon to create a brand new game. Now, the resume for the actor who did motion capture for 2 characters in the game also lists the game's placeholder title as Project Bates and the motion capture director as Joshua Archer, who previously worked on motion capture for games such as Until Dawn and Horizon Zero Dawn, thanks to Gamatsu for detailing that. Ballistic Moon was found a few years ago, and there's industry veterans in there who have worked on House of the Dead, Overkill, and Syndicate. Lamb, on the other hand, Chris Lamb, that is, another member of the studio, worked on Until Dawn and Until Dawn Rush of Blood, and Duncan Kershaw, that is, worked on various projects, including Heavy Rain and Sleeping Dogs. So Interesting to see what they're working on with this new studio. I would imagine something narrative driven, but we'll see. The game is still in early stages according to job listings. Okay, next up. Major PC game headed to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 in Mordhau. Mordhau came out a couple years ago. It's a multiplayer medieval slasher that'll often be compared to a game like Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Create your mercenary and fight in brutal battles where you will experience fast-paced combat, castle sieges, and cavalry charges. And there's more on top of that. Mordhau has been exceedingly popular on PC for a while now. Not to say it's one of the most popular games on the market or anything like that, but it's a game that, you know, has a relatively healthy amount of people playing it, at least an active player base. It's not like, you know, the tens of thousands or anything like that, but it's a game that's done pretty well for itself, and now it's coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One as well. No Switch release, which isn't too surprising at all. 64-player action titles. So we'll be on the lookout for that, and once we hear a release date, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Okay, lastly, D23 Expo 2022 Disney and Marvel Game Showcase is set for September the 9th. The digital showcase will feature new content from Disney and Pixar games, Marvel games, Lucasfilm games, and 20th Century games, including all new announcements and reveals from existing titles such as Disney Dreamlight Valley, that is a free-to-play title, Marvel's Midnight Suns, and LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. There will also be a sneak peek at the upcoming Marvel Ensemble game from Skydance New Media. I don't know if we're gonna hear a ton about what's to come in terms of big budget games, but Skydance, I believe, is working on something pretty notable. Yet another game showcase, kind of after the wave of game showcase we had a couple of months ago, so at least early September is a little bit more of a quiet period, although we do have Tokyo Game Show on the horizon as well. But if you want to hear updates on some Marvel and Disney titles, you'll want to have your eyes peeled to this one. It'll be happening September 9th, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, that's gonna do it for me. It looks like the PlayStation Store is taking steps to at least combat the visibility of shovelware. I don't know what their ultimate intention is as far as games like this appearing on the PlayStation Store, and again, without playing games like the Pig Quiz, Taco Fun, and the Jumping Noodles, I do feel kind of bad saying they're shovelware because, you know, maybe I should be playing these games, but nonetheless, there's a lot of games I gotta play as it is, as you guys point out in the comment section, so, Jumping Noodles might have to take a back seat for now, but nonetheless, things are changing as far as that's concerned. Sony Interactive Entertainment and Ballistic Moon working on a brand new game. We'll see how that turns out. Mordhau coming to PS5 and PS4, and the D23 Expo 2022 Disney and Marvel Game Showcase is set for September the 9th. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.